Our first guest tonight is an Academy Award nominated and Tony winning actress you know from films like Marriage Story, Jojo Rabbit, and the Marvel Cinematic Universe. She stars in the highly anticipated Black Widow, which is currently in theaters and available on Disney Plus with premiere access. Let's take a look.
Okay, you got a plan, or shall I just stay duck and cover?
My plan was to drive us away.
Well, your plan sucks. You're welcome.
Please welcome back to the show our good friend Scarlett Johansson. How are you, Scarlett?
Hey, Seth, how you doing?
It is so wonderful to see you. I'm doing far better for having you here. And it is just so nice to see your face. I want to start by, addressing what you've been up to over the last, 16 difficult months, because I heard that one of the cool things you did was showed some of your old movies to your daughter.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Well, I guess it wasn't intentional. We went through the series that, that we did Indiana Jones, and then we watched Back to the Future. And then we did of course, naturally we did Home Alone. And I happened to be in the third Home Alone movie. And so I didn't say anything to her because I thought she would make a big deal out of it. Not surprisingly, she didn't pick up on it right away. She was like, I had to really, it was like, see who that is? She's like, what, or is that you? I was like, it's me, Mama. And she was like, oh, okay, whatever. She was so into the movie though, which is crazy because believe it or not, the plot's it's like a little thin,
That's interesting, because I feel like critics have always said the third is the best of the Home Alone movies.
Right. Yes, they often say that the third of every installment is the best one. I think that's right.
It is nice. I guess it was. That was your first cinematic universe. Was the Home Alone cinematic universe?
That is correct. Little known fact. Yes. Thanks for bringing it up.
You had a very.
I can't wait to see the spike of views that Home Alone 3 now get. I hope it really, after this interview, just gets the recognition it deserves.
I'm guessing it won't take much for it to spike. What are the things that I was very lucky to be around for was you got married during the pandemic, and you had a very pandemic wedding. There was a lot of safety protocols. Did it for you? It must have been disappointing to have to scale it down, but did it make it easier in any way, shape, or form?
It was a little stressful, but I think at the time, we really Colin has he's very fortunate. He has his grandparents are still with him, and there are like several people in their 90s in his family. The Josts live forever. They live so long, and it's crazy. And they're lively and vibrant, and they were at our wedding. And so, obviously we wanted to take all the precautions, every precaution that we could. So we did, we had the masks made that, Joe's was, 2021. It's just weird looking back at the photos, and everybody had to get tested 100,000 times, which you guys already do. And actually half the people that were at our wedding also work at NBC. So yeah, it was really, we made sure to invite only people that work at NBC. Basically.
I still have, I'm very happy to say I still have my, the Josts mask. Although my wife recently pointed out to me, I am certain you have never washed that. And it literally says 2020 on it, and you're disgusting.
Yeah. It's definitely was a weird party favor that could only happen now.
That's very true.
But you just got to go with it. Got to go with it. And we were just so happy to see, even though it was small and it was beautiful. And we were so happy to see people that we hadn't seen in such a long time. And we just felt very fortunate, to be able to get together like that. It felt like it was sort of how it was supposed to be.
It was certainly one of the highlights of my year.